TRX, we start with 1 hour chart. First of all, if we refer to our analysis in my last video when the price was here, we mentioned that may this one turn to big correction we point on over all these things. That's why we mentioned if we want to look for trade setup, we have to get the proper deep correction to look for trade. Even we mentioned if we want to look for trade setup for buy, where we want to put our stop loss below this. That's why I was keep highlighting me this trade is not really good. We need to be quite careful. That's why we have to wait for the proper trade setup. Okay. And even mention me the price reverse because of overall bigger picture, and this is what we get. And by the way, we didn't have any trade setup to look for buy. And right now, and shouldn't no one should buy from, I mean, they shouldn't bought from here. And no one see what's the next. And if we move to daily chart, still we are within this correction. Can we expect this one turn to a deeper correction similar to what we have here? All right, but we don't have any confirmation about that. And if we move to forward chart, and right now we have been looking for this internal flat with as a 1 2 3, we get this move, we get this. That's why I was thinking maybe this one can tend to more complex, and as we can see what we get here, that means still we have this one as a big correction. Okay, what we are going to look for the next trade, either we're going to sell or buy. What I can see, all it depends on what we get here. Based on lower time frame, if I get the deeper correction as a corrective, mostly we can look for one more drop. But either whether we should look for sell or not, we need to see what type of correction we can get here, and it can give us a straight setup for sell or not. But what I can see, if I get any reversal with a sharp move flag, I will take the trade in terms of the risk and reward. Because if I get the reversal, my stop loss will be below this. All right. And if I move to 1 hour chart, what we have, we don't have any trade setup to look for buy. But if we see the continuation as a sharp flag, we can take the buy. And with the breakout of this, we have to start to manage. Our take profit will be breakout of this, and the stop loss will be below this. But we need to get the trade setup with a sharp move flag, and the continuation should be sharp move, not the corrective move. All right. And about the sell, the only times we can look for sell if this one turn to deeper correction and give us a opportunity to look for sell. That's trade setup. Why we are not really interested to look for sell? Because where we want to put our our stop loss, it should be above this in terms of the risk and reward. That's why any reversal in terms of the risk and reward can give us better trade setup, similar to when the price was here. I mentioned if we want to look for buy bigger based on bigger picture, how high it can go, because even we mentioned made this one tend to correction even after the breakout of the previous stop, the price may drop. That's why I mentioned it's not a really good trade setup to look for buy. Even our stop loss can be here, and even we didn't get the buy, but the best things was if we could look for sell, because if we get this down move, maybe the best things was if we go move trade based on lower time frame. If the only way to look for sell was from here, because anyone get the sell from here, their stop loss should be above the stop, and this is what they got. In terms of the risk and reward, at least they get 1 to 1 or 1 to 2. All right. And right now, based on what we have, we're looking for the reversal. Sometimes we get the trade set up, but in terms of the risk and reward, it doesn't give us a really good trade. Then traders, they have to consider whether they should take the trade or not. Okay. And what I want to say is that mostly, if we get any trade set up for buy as a sharp move correction, we take the trade. And what we want is the continuation as a sharp move, not the corrective move. And the only times we can look for sell if this one turn to deeper correction as a corrective. Then we need to consider whether we should look for sell or not. Again, we're more interested to look for buy, but right now we don't have any trade setup. In this case, we just follow the chart. If I see any trade setup, I will try to share. In this case, we just follow the chart. Thanks.